sort of attack the Palms from Saturday?
Well, keep trying to get the players better. That didn't put themselves in the best situation to make a play. Try to continue to improve them and then continue to try to create competition to make everybody better and try to get the best guys we can on the field at the same time. So look for the guys who are improving late in the year. Try to continue to help them improve and make sure their reps get increased, and try to look for signs of guys who are not improving. And do whatever we can to get them to improve.
Mark, is it kind of a head scratcher for you that it happens, at this time of year, or is it more like, no, it's late and they're getting tired or something?
No, it is a little bit. Again, it's again, when you're talking about defensive football, if you have one guy not doing his job, they can definitely find you for sure, and that happens. And that happened the other day. If you start to have two or three, you're in for trouble. So it just really comes down to the end of the day. It's about fundamentals. They have to put their eye on their key. They have to play ball, they have to be able to tackle, have to be in a great position to tackle, have to do what's taught, and that's it. And that's at the end of the day. And it's really not more than that. It's identifying a situation, getting the call, knowing what you have to do, and doing it. So we just didn't make enough plays. They made more plays than us the other day, and we got to just keep working on ways to try to get our guys to create more plays, and try to create some situations where we put them in the best situation we can, where we can create some plays. But at the same time, at the end of the day, when we have the right call, we got to execute. And the players got to execute on the field in some of those situations, and we need some guys to make a play.
How tough is it to execute this defense without a consistent pass rush?
Well, the thing about that game was, unfortunately, we didn't get into enough situations where we could rush the pass. So they only gave up 12 sacks going into that game. So that tells you a lot about their passing game. It's it's three-step or it's max protect, and they're going to throw the ball down the field. So a lot of people weren't, in 9 games they get given up, a little more than 1 sack a game. So we felt like there were some situations, if we could get him a 3rd and long, we'd be able to get in and get pressure. I think we only got him in 3rd and long a couple times, and we did. We got one before the half. Kamalu got one, and then we had one where he was forced to scramble inside on the 3rd and 10 down in the red zone, where those guys all collapsed on him. He wasn't able to throw it down the field and do that. It was unfortunate we weren't able to get him in more situations where we felt like we could pressure and do that. But the ball was coming out quick. It's a 3-step game and bubble screens and things of that nature. So it's hard to get sacks on a quarterback when they're running the ball the way they were running it.
Mark, Duke made it evident that in talking to us after the game that their goal was to out-physical you guys and to just be tougher than you, and they feel like they were tougher. And I know you guys pride yourself on being very tough and physically fit and stuff. That guy Connett, the quarterback, was it seems so easy. Is that true? Were they tougher than you physically, or more well conditioned, or?
Take our hat off them. They did a great job. They have a team that's playing well. They have a veteran team. That again, their running backs have been averaging over 5 yards a carry going into that game. They had 4 backs that were doing that. They have a veteran on line. And they did a good job. We got to keep doing a better job of rotating enough guys and playing enough guys in the game. To make sure that we can finish the game and we don't get worn down. So as a staff, we just got to make sure we identify enough guys, be able to play enough guys. Unfortunately, the last couple of weeks, some of those situations arise where you have a sub pattern ready and you're going to try to play a lot of guys in the first half so that you can finish better in the second half. And then certain things come up. There's a sudden change situation, and then you try to put your starters back in, and that kind of breaks up the sub pattern. And sometimes guys don't get in those spots, so it becomes a critical situation late in the game, and you're sitting there at 31-30, and you want your best players in the game. So that's the hard part. We earlier in the year we were able to generate that sub pattern because we weren't in the situations that we've been in the last couple of weeks where we've been behind. So we just have to make sure we stick to it and do a better job of that, and give our guys a better chance to finish at the end.